Let's cut through the fluff when a woman wants to get physical with you. When she's thinking about taking things to the bedroom, she's not going to spell it out for you. Instead, she'll test you with subtle questions, playful teases, and little verbal clues. Most men miss these signs fumbling the moment because they're too oblivious to see what's right in front of them. But if you know how to recognize these questions for what they are, you'll know exactly when she's ready to get intimate. And here's the kicker question: 6 and 9 are where the game flips completely. These are her boldest, most direct moves, ones most guys completely misread or hesitate on. If you're not ready when they come up, you've already lost. So let's break it down: the 9 questions she asks when she's thinking about sleeping with you, and how to respond like a man who gets. Are you always this confident? It one. Are you always this confident? Let's be real, this isn't just a casual compliment. When she asks if you're always this confident, she's testing you. Women are drawn to men who seem assured, calm under pressure, and in control. And if she's thinking about sleeping with you, confidence is a quality she's actively seeking. Here's why this question matters. Women want to feel like they're with someone who knows who they are and doesn't need to fake it. Confidence in public often translates into confidence in private, and she's gauged in if you'll carry that same energy when things heat up. The wrong move here is to get awkward or defensive. If you brush it off with something like, I don't know, I guess so, you're missing the opportunity to reinforce her attraction instead. Keep it playful but grounded. Say something like, pretty much. But I think you're bringing out the best in me tonight. This response does 2 things. It keeps the flirtation alive, and it suddenly redirects the attention back to her. She'll feel like she's the one pulling this confidence out of you, which deepens the connection. If she's asking about your confidence and you handle it well, she's already intrigued. But the real test comes next, when she subtly probes to see if you're ready to extend the night. 2, what are you doing after this? What are you doing after this? Don't misunderstand this question. It's not about logistics. When she asks what you're doing after this, she's opening the door for you to lead. If she's interested in you physically, this is her way of feeling out the possibility of extending the night together. The key here is to avoid overthinking or coming on too strong. Don't immediately blurt out something like, I was hoping we could go back to my place. That can feel too pushy, and kill the mood instead. Keep your answer open-ended but confident. I'm not sure yet. What about you? This flips the question back to her, giving her the space to make the next move. If she suggests something casual, like I'm thinking about grabbing a drink nearby, or even hints at something more, you'll know you've passed the test. Here's the trick: watch your body language. If she's leaning in, making strong eye contact, or touching her hair while she asks, she's already imagining how the rest of the night could unfold with you. Once she knows you're open to keeping the energy flowing, she'll want to dig deeper. And the next question is her way of checking if she fits into the picture of the kind of woman you're looking for. What's your type? 3. What's your type? When she asks you this, it's never just a random question. Women use this to test whether they fit into the image of the kind of man they're considering getting physical with. If she's thinking about sleeping with you, she wants reassurance that she checks your boxes without directly asking. Do you find me attractive? Here's where most guys mess up. They rattle off a generic list like, I like someone who's funny, kind, and adventurous. That's boring. She doesn't want a checklist. She wants to feel like she's part of your type. Instead, keep your answer engaging and personal. Say something like, I like someone who's confident, has a little edge, and knows how to keep things interesting. Kind of like you. By subtly pointing it back at her, you make her feel seen and desired without overdoing it. It creates a sense of intrigue, leaving her curious about how much of your type she really embodies. If she's curious about your type, she's already sizing herself up against your ideal. But the next question is even more personal. It's about why you're available in the first. Why are you still single? Place 4. Why are you still single? This question is a direct compliment disguised as curiosity. When she asks why you're still single, what she's really saying is, you're such a catch. Why hasn't someone else locked you down if she's considering sleeping with you? This question is her way of confirming that you're available and emotionally ready. Now, the key to nailing this response is keeping it confident and light. Don't go into a detailed breakdown of your past relationships. That's not what she's asking for. Instead, frame your answer in a way that positions you as selective. Try something like, I guess I've been waiting for someone who really stands out, someone who's worth the wait. This does two things. It sets a high standard for yourself, and it subtly implies that she might be the one who meets it. Pair this with a calm, steady tone, and you'll keep her intrigued after she's reassured that you're single and worth pursuing. She'll want to push the vibe towards something more thrilling. The next question is where she starts testing your sense of adventure and imagining how much fun she could have with, what's the craziest thing you've done? You five, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? This question is a major signal that she's trying to take the conversation to a more exciting and adventurous level. When a woman wants to sleep with you, she'll often bring up topics like thrill-seeking spontaneity or wild experiences. Why? Because excitement and attraction are deeply linked. Your response doesn't need to be over the top, but it does need to show that you're open to new experiences. Maybe you took a last-minute trip to another country, tried something daring like bungee jumping, or did something out of character just because it felt right. For example, you could say, one time I got on a plane with no plan, just booked a ticket, packed a bag, and figured it out. As I went, it was incredible. Then turn the question back on her with a playful smile. What about you? What's the wildest thing you've done? This not only keeps the energy alive, but also gives her a chance to share something personal. The conversation becomes a back and forth where she's associating excitement and connection with you. If she's asking about your wildest experiences, she's testing your ability to bring excitement into her life. But what happens next? She'll want to know if you're open to pushing boundaries, because the next question gets more playful, daring, and personal. 6, have you ever done something wild or spontaneous? Something wild or spontaneous? This isn't just an innocent question. It's her way of testing your openness. When she asks if you've tried something daring, flirty, or adventurous, she's planting the idea of doing something spontaneous with you, whether it's skinny dipping, sneaking into a closed venue, or trying something risk. This is her way of steering the conversation into more physical territory. If she's thinking about sleeping with you, she's using this question to gauge whether you're fun, uninhibited, and comfortable with new experiences. The worst thing you can do here is act hesitant or dismissive if you haven't done what she's asking about. Keep your tone curious and light, not yet, but I'm definitely open to it. What about you? Got any stories you're hiding? If you have done it, add a playful twist. Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you about the time I decided on a whim to pack a bag, hop in the car and drive until I found a beach I'd never been to, spend the day there without a plan. It was incredible. This lets her feel like she's uncovering a more adventurous side of you, which only adds to the attraction. Once she knows you're open to adventure, she'll take things up a notch the next. Question isn't just about fun. It's about teasing you and seeing if you can handle her. Do you think I'm trouble energy? 7, do you think I'm trouble? This question is pure flirtation when she asks if you think she's trouble. She's doing two things: teasing you and setting herself up as a playful challenge. If a woman wants to sleep with you, she'll often test if you can handle her confidence, charm, and unpredictability. Your job here is to play along without getting flustered. Avoid giving a flat answer like, no, not really, because that's boring, and signals that you're not engaging with her energy. Instead, lean into the moment with a confident and flirty response. Oh, you're definitely trouble, the good kind. The kind I'd love to figure out. This shows her that you're not intimidated by her playful nature and that you're willing to embrace the dynamic she's creating. Add a smirk or a slight leaning in for extra impact. By now, she's teasing you, testing you, and feeling out how you respond to her playful energy. But the next question, it's about stepping into the realm of possibilities and seeing how open you are to creating new intimate experiences together. 8, what's something you've always wanted to try? Always wanted to try. This question is loaded with potential. When she asks what you've always wanted to try, she's not just making small talk. She's testing your creativity, your openness, and your ability to dream beyond the ordinary. If a woman wants to sleep with you, this question is her subtle way of exploring fantasies, both adventurous and intimate. Your answer should do two things: reveal your adventurous side and spark her imagination. Don't overthink it. Pick something exciting but relatable. For example, you could say, I've always wanted to take a spontaneous trip to a new city with someone amazing, and just see where the night takes us, then add a layer of mystery. But I feel like some things are better discovered in the moment. This keeps her intrigued, letting her imagination run wild to seal the moment. Turn the question back to her. What about you? What's something you've always wanted to try? This makes the conversation interactive and personal, building a connection that feels natural and intimate. By now, she's imagining possibilities with you, adventures, experiences, and maybe even fantasies. But when the next question comes, she's no longer just hinting. This is where she drops the biggest green light of, do you want to get out all nine? Do you want to get out of here? This is the moment everything has been building toward when she asks if you want to leave. She's putting the ball squarely in your court. This is her boldest move, and it's as close as she'll get to saying, let's take this somewhere private. The worst thing you can do here is hesitate or act uncertain. She's already made her decision. Now she's waiting to see if you're confident enough to take charge. Your response should be simple, direct, and assured. Yeah, let's go. Pair this with a calm smile and a steady tone. This isn't the time to get overly excited or nervous. The key here is to lead confidently, whether it's to another spot or somewhere more private. If she's asked this, she's already decided you're the guy she wants to be with tonight. If she's reached this point, every question she's asked has been leading here from testing your confidence to teasing your adventurous side. She's been feeling you out, waiting to see if you'll pick up on her signals. Now it's up to you, all right? Let's hear it. Have you ever caught on to these signs or maybe missed them completely? Be honest, we've all been there. Share your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear what happened next. If this video hit home, you've got to check out the recent one, Stop Running After Her, and see what happens. It's all about what's really going on in her mind when you stop chasing her, and it might just surprise you. Oh, and stick around. There's a new video coming soon, and I promise it's one you don't want to miss. Subscribe now. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.